it becomes insecurities. It becomes you doubting, self-doubt. All of that happens because of how much she puts into your mind. So when I say you have to start with your mind to get over her, I'm telling you that's what she did to get to you. And now you have to bring it right back to, you have no access to me. You have no control over me. You have no power against me. What it do, what is up, my BBossBaddies and my bad mind fellas? It is your girl Bosana and welcome BBossArmy. I made a video about how to know she's toxic. Yes, if you haven't watched that, make sure you check it out because it will help you to kind of realize the type of female that you are dealing with. And then of course, make sure you check out my Patreon and lastly, my social media. So let's actually get into this video. Now, this topic, legit, the way it has to start off, it has to start with mind. This all starts with mind. With a female that's toxic, a lot of times they're narcissists. A lot of times they drained you out to the point where you felt like every time you fought, she took a part of you. She took all your energy, took your soul. All of this is twisting you. All of this is manipulating you. So when I say you have to start with your mind to get over her, I'm telling you that's what she did to get to you. Now you're dealing with a girl that's all toxic. She got your mind. The only way you can actually put forward an effort to start getting over her is you have to convince yourself again. You have to remind yourself again. You have to train your mind again to believe who you are, who you were before her, and how much you are worth. It becomes insecurities. It becomes you doubting, self-doubt. All of that happens because of how much she puts into your mind. With a female that's toxic, you have to first disconnect your feelings. You have to tell yourself she doesn't mean shit to you, and you actually allow yourself to feel that. And then you have to do things next to back that shit up. You talk to females that are better. You put yourself back out there. You see what's actually out there that you thought she had, but yet she really didn't have enough of, because some girl out there has more of it. Back to your mind. You have to remember who you are. A lot of times these girls get to you and these toxic ex make you start believing, oh, you ain't shit, you're this and that. All this stuff they keep filling in your brain that you are this. And if you guys didn't watch my video of how to know that she is toxic, watch that. She's gonna constantly remind you that you're this and that when you're really not, but just to reassure you so you can feel in a weak place, you can feel small, and she can feel bigger than you. And the way you have to build that, you have to build yourself back up so you're actually bigger than her and you can be the bigger person. And now moving on to bigger person, let's start off with, you can't be trying to have this battle with this toxic ex, because I'm telling you, this is going to be a run-on. This is going to keep going and you're not going to get nowhere. Yes, you might feel the satisfaction of, oh, I made you feel this way when you did that to me while I was dealing with you. But you have to understand, with someone so toxic, war is what they like. Toxic people are people that want to have conflict, want to deal with people that make things so frustrating and want drama. Toxic people are just toxic, legit, like, oh, I can't breathe, this is too much. They get to you so deeply. You have to disconnect from them. And I told you before, you have to disconnect your feelings. That's what I was just saying in the beginning. But now when you disconnect your feelings, I tell you, everything you say, you have to go back it up. Now when you disconnect your feelings, you actually cannot try to keep fighting her. You can't keep trying to come back at her and making her feel the same way you felt or feel. With this toxicness, I just said it's a battle that's going to keep going on. And you don't want that. My love is a battlefield. Nah, you don't want that. You want to end it. Toxic people want to have hold of you. They want to know you're there and they can do what they want, come back to you, do this and that, and that they still have some sort of control. This is what builds their mind to be so toxic, that they put somebody, like I said, make them feel so small, and they just feel like they're on top. They're on top of everything. They're in control. They know what to do with this. They get the upper hand. They have their time, their way, everything, all of that. And now you have to bring it right back to, you have no access to me. You have no control over me. You have no power against me. You have nothing. And what you do with a toxic person, you tune them out, you disconnect yourself, you put them out of your life. I told you this whole going back, trying to get some closure, or trying to make this be an end battle where it's fair, somebody felt the same way or ended like a way where, oh yeah, I wasn't the only one hurting, it just hurts you even more. When it keeps going on, when they're doing things more to get right back at you for something that you did, it just keeps escalating. It just keeps going, and it doesn't get nowhere, because with toxic people, this is fun. You're not a toxic person, so how do you think that you can keep dealing with somebody that's toxic and that you won't get to the point where you're drained? If somebody that enjoys being toxic and they know they're a toxic person, this is what they do for fun. They like fighting. They like arguing with you. They like going back and forth. This is fun for them. So all you're doing when you keep entertaining that, is feeding their energy for them to be even more toxic against you. There is no win when you decide to pursue and keep making this whole battle, this whole problem you have with them accelerate and keep going up. No, there's no win. All you have to do is cut them out. To me, this situation is not typical to, it's an easier said than done, because other situations, people cheated on you. You know, they did things to you. But someone that's toxic, it's repetitive. They've done something to you. They made you feel a certain way. They're so toxic where it's like happening all the time. And it's like, you have to literally just turn to the other side. And yeah, it's not, oh yeah, Bosana, let me just turn to the other side. And yeah, I'm on the bed with her and I can just turn and we're against each other. That's it. No. What it is you actually take steps to turn, and you have a better chance than somebody actually cheating on you. When you feel toxic, yes, you feel hurt, but it's more of a temporary hurt than actually being cheated on, because toxicness starts from them. It's not because, oh, you know, they're always out here cheating. Yeah, they could be doing things like that, but it's just more of a mental thing. It's not necessarily, oh yeah, they actually found somebody else and then went and slept with them. It's not just like that. It's more like they built this thing for them so they feel good about themselves. And you have to understand, narcissists fall into being toxic. And you know, narcissists, they make it all about them, and then they put the blame on you to make you feel bad about it. But I'm saying you have the upper hand in the situation when you're dealing with somebody that's toxic, because when you tune them out, you block them out of the picture, what happens is now they are gone. All you have to really do is cut them out. And what I'm trying to say with that, you have to understand, is that's their weakness when you cut somebody out that's toxic. When you cut the knots, when you say this is it, I'm not taking no more from you, when you say no, you're the problem, I'm not dealing with you, you have some stuff to figure out, something might not be all there with you, I don't know what it is, but you're toxic, and all you have to do is flip the page. I'm telling you, you can't hold so much from somebody that's toxic, because that's just them as a person. Same thing with the narcissist. They break you down. They break you down completely, but it's easier for you to build yourself up instead of somebody actually going against your back and doing something to make you feel worse than who you are or what you are. Okay, so when it comes down to just being with somebody that's toxic, it's not about making them regret losing you. It's not about, like I said, getting back at them. It's not about anything else but just finding yourself. And I preach to you guys all the time about make sure you find yourself, get on your purpose, all this stuff. But it's not even about that anymore. It's just more of like you getting your mind right. And of course, when you do things like getting on your purpose, all that, it helps your mind. But it's almost like you have to reassure and remind yourself who you are again. Like I said in the beginning, something that they've been doing and putting in your mind to stay in your mind, to stick in your mind. It's time for you to break that out. It's time for you to rip that out and throw it. And you replace it with what you actually feel about yourself. Honestly, there's things you can do simply like writing it down. I am this. I'm getting money, I'm making money, writing your goals, accomplishing it. Like things like that, it's helping yourself build yourself back up. Because I'm saying, yeah, you get on your purpose, you're doing things, you're getting out there, but it's really hard because that stuff takes time. When you're getting on your purpose, it starts with you finding yourself, and then you're finding your purpose, and then you're going to go actually get your purpose done. But when you're dealing with somebody toxic, I told you it's all about building again. And it's like all starts in here. This is where your mindset has to be all put together, and you have to really have control over this. So make sure when you're dealing with somebody that's toxic, remember it could be a lot worse in the sense that they could have, like I said, went against your back. And unfortunately, if you did take abuse or somebody was treating you really bad, or they actually did cheat and get with you, then yeah, I know sometimes that happens with toxic people. But I told you, all you have to really remember is that it's their mind. They have to get their own mind right. And whether they did it because, oh, they found somebody else more attractive, or, you know, they're actually not into you, you just have to really remember it's a mental thing. Like literally, it's a mental thing. Mental health, like they need help. It could happen from so many different reasons. And I always relate to trauma, PTSD, all of that stuff that made them who they are, what they are. Okay, so I hope this video helped you guys out. And if it did, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Make sure you check out my social media. Make sure you check out my new channel. Support your girl on there. And of course, make sure you follow me on all the other things that I always mention. It's all down below, you guys. And you guys will see me in my next video. Bye, you guys.